Hi guys, so today I'm going to show you how to make sword. You know, the one it's in Ertugrul, or you could see many ninja swords or something. So you can see these are ordinary wooden blocks that you can find anywhere in scrap. And with this help, I'm going to turn it into a beautiful sword, which you can literally fight and you can easily repair if there's a dent or anything. So guys, I'm going to put these wooden blocks in this way. These are actually 3, and you can also make from one of this. It's also good, but it's pretty thin. So I wanted it to be a bit thicker. So I wanted 2 blocks, but there weren't any for this size. So instead I took 3 blocks. So I'm going to level it from here and place it like this. So there, that's going to be our basic structure, and I'm going to now apply some tape on it. Not any normal tape, the electric tape which I have. So these electrical tape, and to make the handhold, I'm going to use a sock. So I fit this part of the wood inside it. And do not stress it, because then the foamy texture, the handle texture will be gone. So I would suggest thicker stocks, because the thicker the stock is, the better. And now I'm going to wrap this whole thing with tape. So this is some extra part, and I'm going to cut it out. So let me do that. And I'm going to cut this part out. So carefully. So I've cut this part a bit only, and instead of cutting the whole thing, I'm just going to place it inside like this. So there. And because I have a very thin sock, I'm going to use another one. So let me put this in place. So let me put this on as well. So I'm putting this part. And make sure the wood is intact. And I'm going to now this sock I'm going to stretch, because I've got another sock inside, and it will just help balance the whole weight. And just as usual, I'm going to cut this part. See, I've cut this part a bit, and I'm going to put it back inside. Okay, so let's try and hold it, and wow, this looks awesome. Excellent. So let's start taping it. I want my sword to be a bit red and black, so I'm going to use the red tape for the handle and the black for the whole blade. It's up to you which color code you use. It's totally up to you. So let's start. I've just opened this normal electrical tape. I'm going to find its opening, and I'm going to put it from here. Start putting it from here. We can always fix the ends, and this is basically just electrical tape. So whenever some tape is damaged or it's broken out, you can easily put it. So I'm going to first roughly tape it, just so that it holds its position, and then I'm going to do the final coat later. At this part, I'm going to stop. You can see that the wood here is almost ending, and I need to attach this piece of the wood as well. So I'm going to just attach it a bit. Yep, the position is fine. I'll be careful not to overlay it, and then I'm going to continue taping, and this other piece of wood will also be taped. And I'm going to finish it by taping this piece over here. So I've got to be very careful while doing this piece, because this piece over here is not part of the old wood, and if I'm not tight with the tape, this piece is likely to fall off. And I've pressurized the tape over here, and I'm going to cut it. So there, the sock is in the position. It feels very good to hold. It's got a good kind of nip, and it's perfectly well balanced. Okay, so now it's roughly done. I'm going to permanentize the handle. So I'm going to take my tape back, and now I'm going to carefully go through the layers. I'm going to leave this part because I want this part black. So I'm going to leave it, and I'm going to start doing this. So I've started taping it, and I'll be careful over the layers here because my rough taping is done and this is some permanent taping. So you've got to be really very careful over here, like literally very careful. Okay, I missed a spot. I'm going to redo it. Okay, so I've missed that spot again. All I'm going to do is put the extra tape over here. I'm going to paste that tape on. Just see what I do. So I'm going to be careful over the layers. So guys, I've covered my whole handle, and you can see that I've left some pieces. So as I said, I'm just quickly going to tape them up with this extra tape. So I've opened this tape, and I'm going to tape it up with some extra tape. So I've completed all the places where there was any missing tape. Although I've left this place empty, I'm going to do it in the end. You can see that there's a bit of a bump here. Well, that's because this piece of wood was joining here, but this will not show when you hold it like this. So it's looking pretty good. Now I'm going to start with the blade of my sword. For that, I'm going to use some black tape. So guys, I've taken black tape, and I'm going to start layering it. So this is the place where my red tape is finishing and the handhold is ending, and this is the place where the blade is starting. It doesn't really matter about this red tape because I'm just going to simply cover it with this very good quality black tape. So I'm already a bit quarter way through, and let's just speed up the process. So I've almost completed the blade, and I've come here. It's a bit of a tricky part, and there's some parts missing here. So what I'm going to do is simple. I'm just going to add some small wooden pieces here just to cover up all these holes, because you wouldn't want a hole in the sword blade, would you? Guys, for this part I found some wood, and I just cut it out with scissors. This isn't very strong wood, but this will do. You can also use some kind of popsicle sticks or anything. So I'm going to place this piece over here and this piece over here. It almost covers it. I just need a small piece. I think this will do. And yes, it is okay. It's completely okay. So I'm just going to tape it up. So guys, it's almost done. I'm taping it up. It's a bit of a difficult process, but I hope it's going to turn okay. So there, it doesn't look good, so I'm just going to pull the tape off. So I've taken out the tape, and I've chopped the upper piece by the scissors, and now I'm just going to complete it and give it a good look. So I'm going to add some more tape. And it's almost complete. I'm just going to tape it like this, and then going to cut the remaining pieces using the help of the scissors. So some of the remaining pieces, I'm going to cut this, I'm going to level this, and it looks very good. I can even cut this part if you want, but you know, for me it's fine. And from the above, looking spectacular. And now I'm just going to cover it with some red tape, the upper part, just to give it a good finishing look. And there you go. There, the perfect finish. Just going to cut a bit of this piece, and it's all done. So you can see that it looks very good. Just going to add a bit of piece here, just so that it looks like it's part of this sword, and I'm going to cut it. And there, I'm going to cover these parts with some of these black pieces. And then I'm going to finish it with some black tape. So I've covered this part and this part, and finally this part. So it looks good, and then I'm just going to wrap some black tape around it. So I've covered it with the remaining of the black tape, and I'm going to quickly cut it. So that's our sword done. So this is our sword done. It looks spectacular. The weight is just right here. You can move it, you can fight with it, you can showcase it with your friends.